Okay, so now we've come back and we can see that our brute force attempt has been successful. Um, we had a pretty weak password set, so uh, we were able to figure out the username was John and the password is tour, just root spelled backwards. Um, so now that we got the username and password, we're gonna test it here. Okay, successful there. See if we can use the same on SSH. Yes, yes, it was. Um, so when here on Armitage, when the target computer turns red and you got the little lightning bolts surrounding it, it means that you basically were able to exploit the target machine. One thing that's nice is you can go through the menu system here and interact with it. So now you're in a shell, in an SSH shell, and you can do things like look around. Um, so here's the file structure that we were looking at earlier. I want to get some of these files. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to FTP into this website here. Um, you know the username and password. Okay, sweet. And we also know a little bit about the file structure of Linux. Okay, so now we're going to get some files. We said we wanted settings, config, admin. We weren't able to get the admin. Oh, that's because it's a folder. Okay. Alright, we'll get users.php. What else do we want? We could go through them all and get all the ones that we mentioned, but I pretty much know which one that we want. And the one that we want is wp-config.php. So I am going to open my text editor to check out this wp-config. Here we go. Alright, look at this. MySQL settings, database name, database user, database password. That's the password that we need right there. We know that the MySQL server is hosted locally on 192.168.1.11. That's great. I wonder if they're using PHP MyAdmin. Alright. Actually, you know what? Let's go to web.i and see if we can. Oh, look at that. Very nice. I think we said the username was John, and the password. You know what? They were also using Webmin, we saw. Let's see if we can get into Webmin. Okay, nope. We weren't able to get past the router security on that. So oops. We didn't want to. Okay. Oh, we used Tor. We didn't use the new one. We need to use the new one. This one right here. All right. Now we're in. We saw that the database password was, or the database name was WP1. So that's our database. Now I can take a peek around here. Users, yep, that's one we want to know. Johnny, okay. Alright, so that's his username, his email, his hashed password. But you know what? We're not going to be able to decrypt this through any rainbow tables or anything like that because WordPress uses salts. So one thing that's important to note here is we're not going to be able to get his password. But what we could do is we could just change his email. Let's log out here. Let's try Johnny. Nope. Oh man, we don't know it. We can't figure it out. Well, let's go to lost password. And let's change the password here to some password that we know. And then, or let's change the email here to our email. And let's type in our email here. And then when we type get new password, it's going to send a new password to our email. And then we'll be able to have full access. Another nice thing about having access to the SQL database, and my PHP my admin is a graphical user interface. You might have that, you might not. If you don't, there's still ways to access SQL databases. I mean, just through the command line. If you're not good at SQL, it's kind of tough. But if you are, you're going to be able to easily navigate it. Other things you can do in the SQL database are just, you can edit posts just the same. You can download the entire database. You can run SQL commands. You can do a lot of things once you're in the SQL database. So really, we've compromised not only the MySQL and the WordPress blog, but we've gained access to the entire server. And what's nice now is you're on a network. Why don't we just do a quick scan and find out what else is on the network? Look at all these other machines that we found. Let's see what we can get here. I wonder. Login successful. And now we've compromised this machine, and we can interact with it just the same. So basically, after you get your email, type in the password that you got, and now you have full access. An attacker at this point could do what they want. Hopefully nothing malicious. But that's my video. Thanks for keeping tuned. I know it was a little longer than I had originally planned. If you have any questions, feel free to post them in the comments section of the video. And thanks again for watching.